Welcome to Pick Up and Deliver, the podcast where occasionally I pick up my audio recorder and head out for a walk and deliver an episode to you while I stroll around. I'm Brendan Riley, back again. Well, good morning, listeners. It is a lovely day here in suburban Chicago, and I fell out of the podcast habit, didn't I? There are a couple reasons for that. They're mostly due to a crazy schedule and summer. So this summer, for some reason, my schedule was all over the place. I just did not find a time when I could easily do my podcasting. And on top of that, I took a trip and we had some other family stuff going on that was very busy. July ended up being very busy. And honestly, I thought I had done a few episodes in July. When I look back this morning, as I'm heading out for my walk to record on August 9th, the top of the stack for August, I see that I never recorded a top of the stack for July. Whoa. So I am really in some trouble here with you, my friends. And so I think what I'm going to do is record the top of the stack for July, just working from my phone instead of my handout like I usually do. And you're just going to enjoy a little bit more scattered schedule than I usually have. And then I will do a couple episodes. No, I'll probably do top of the stack for August as my next episode. We'll just do back to back July and August to get you caught up where I am on my gaming. And we can go from there. I really miss y'all. I hope that your summer is going well. My summer is going pretty well. As I said, I took a trip with my wife. We went to Ontario and drove around a lot. We discovered that looking at birds and trying to identify birds and kind of doing birding type stuff is actually pretty fun. So we're kind of leaning into that. I installed the Merlin app on my phone and a social media app called Birda. And we're having a good time with it. But, all right, so June 2023, final monthly stats. To start with, I had 71 plays of 43 games for a total of 521 plays out of 199 different games. So I am, for the year, so I'm just almost to 200 new games. My shelf of opportunity went up from 51 to 53. It's not surprising. June is my birthday month. Not surprisingly, also the collection size went up from 558 to 561. So both of those things, I guess, well within the reasonable realm of possibility. My most played game in the month of June was Arkham Horror, the card game, and Hellboy, both of which I played 5 times in person. My asynchronous plays were four times, and that was with Through the Ages. So my son and I have been playing Hellboy a bit, and he also, so this was kind of fun. So my son really likes Frosthaven, so does my wife, and so does my daughter, and I, of course. But what my wife likes about Frosthaven is the shared experience and the story that emerges out of playing. That the actual gameplay she likes fine, but it isn't her super favorite. My son really likes the sort of crunchy puzzle of the play of Frosthaven, and before that Gloomhaven. My daughter is very busy, so it is much more common that we have time for us to play a game with the 3 of us, my wife, my son, and my wife and my son and I, than with the 4 of us. So we don't want to leave my daughter behind and have her miss Frosthaven. She really wants to play that. But we also want to have something to play. So we looked around a little bit and for what is the crunchy game that could do that? It's Arkham Horror. So my wife and I, who, as you know, have been playing Arkham Horror for a long time, we suggested to my son that he might like it. And we decided to play the Scarlet Keys campaign. And it was great. It's going great. So there you go. On to the top of the stack report. As you know, in June, I had a goal of 4 different games. I had Tekkenu, Obelisk of the Sun, Shipyard, Time Pirates, and Mythotopia. Tekkenu being the one I hadn't played yet. I did not get that played. My top 50 choice was Shipyard. This is a game in my top 50 I've been meaning to come back to, but I never got around to it. Boom, got around to it. It was great. Had a lot of fun. Got my butt kicked, which was awesome, by two new players, but both of whom are very sharp individuals. Really figured out how to maximize the add-on benefits that you can buy that give you bonuses when you get stuff. So they were just racking up stuff, which worked out really nicely for them. The novelty game Time Pirates is one that's been on my shelf for a while. I want to try it, but I haven't gotten it out yet. And then Mythotopia is the dusty choice I wanted to play. Still did not get that to the table, alas. Maybe for July, in the month of July, I'll try something different. All right, I did try something different. Ooh, it's hard to do this in the past tense. I only tried 3 new games in June. Isn't that wild? Normally I'm trying like 6 to 10. Only 3. June was a fun month, but like I said, very busy, and then we went on vacation. So the three games I tried were Lisboa, The Seventh Continent, and Fiction. I can't recall if I've done an episode on any of those yet. I'll have to look. If I haven't, you'll hear about them soon. If I have, go back and listen. All right, so that's first plays. I did try out some new expansions. I tried out the Expedition Leaders expansion. Well, so it's interesting. I call it a first expansion play because what I'm tracking here is I've purchased this thing. Have I played it? I have played the game Lost Ruins of Arnak with the expansion leaders in it before, but this is the first time I've played it with my copy. But I did in fact play it with my copy. I also played the Enchanted Forest episode of Exit the Game. Fun as always. Still really enjoy those games and happy to have gotten to play that again. And then finally, like I said, we tried the Scarlet Keys expansion for the Arkham Horror card game. I had a pretty good out of the dust month. As I mentioned, we played Hellboy a few times, and before my son and I busted that out, we hadn't played it in 3 years, 6 months, and 8 days. Shipyard also, it had been 4 years, 2 months, and 11 days since last time I played that. We played Costa Rica, which is a Dunstan and Gilbert game from Mayfair. It's a pretty simple little push your luck game with some set collection elements that works really well. I like it a lot. 2 years, 2 months, and 15 days since I played that. We busted out Forgotten Waters, which is still pretty fun. Again, it's the kind of game that's fun occasionally. I'm glad that I don't play it all the time. There are some new downloadable content, which my son noted. Maybe we'll do that next time, because we now have played all the different campaigns available in the box. But we had a good time with that. It had been 2 years, 2 months, and 9 days since we played that. I guess we were on a cooperative game kick because we also played Elder Sign. 3 years, 1 month, and 8 days since we'd played that. That game, it is a really fun co-op. It is really hard, and often the dice either are totally cruel to you or totally fun. And it's not often not one or the other. I think we did very well this game. We kicked butt. We played Ghost Stories. We did not win Ghost Stories. That one, it remains hard, and I don't think I've ever won anything above normal. And generally, in order to win normal, I have to play Ghost Stories a bunch of times. Usually, if you look back at my play record, what'll happen is I'll get Ghost Stories out, usually playing solo, and I'll start by playing on easy. I'll play on easy a few times till I win. Then I'll switch up to normal and play on a few times till I win. By then, I've got a kind of Ghost Stories fix, and then I put it away for a while. In this case, I put it away for 2 years, 6 months, and 25 days. My son and I had a good time with it. I don't know if it'll come back out for a while. We'll see. And then we also played Betrayal at House on the Hill, which is not a game I'd played in a long time, but is a fun time. 2 years, 7 months, and 22 days for that one. So, what a delight. That means I'm up to 37 games this year that I've dusted off, that we played before, put away, and it had been more than a year since we played them. I continue along with my 10x10 challenge. Shipyard moved Vladimir Suchi up to 5. Lost Cities moved Reiner Knizia up to 3. Exit put Inca Brand on the map. It's going to be on the board. It's going to be hard to say how I'm going to complete this whole thing by the end of the year. And I played The City, which is a Tom Lehman game which put me up to 3 plays of his games. Of course, asynchronously, I've finished most of these. I played another round of Underwater Cities, which was Vladimir Suchi up to 7. I played Caverna, The Cave Farmers, A Feast for Odin, Patchwork, and Applejack, putting me up to 13 games of Uwe Rosenberg online. I'm done tracking him then. And 2 Matainais and 1 Innovation put Karl Chuddik up to 8. Done tracking. I'll be done tracking him probably by the end of July. At the end of June, my H-index was 8. The games I'd played 8 times, both either asynchronous or in person, had been Through the Ages, Res Arcana, My City, Gaia Project, Frosthaven, Age of Civilization, Quicks, Matainai, and also Rajas of the Ganges Dice Charmers. I'm making good progress on my 52 game challenge. I completed 3 different challenges this month. Here they are. Number 7, play your favorite prompt from 2022. My favorite prompt from that list was a game that offers information not needed for gameplay. I decided Lisboa as one of those. There's a lot of information about the history of Lisbon, but you don't need that to play it. I played a game featuring a man-made disaster. That would be Underwater Cities. The cities are underwater because we've overwhelmed the planet with population and problems with the environment. And play a game featuring a parallel reality. I think Elder Sun would be the one there. That is a fun game, but of course you open up these portals to other worlds, what you might call parallel realities. So that works out just great. By the end of the month, I'm up to 32 out of the 52 elements in the challenge. My painting challenge, in June, I wanted to finish the models that we had available in Frosthaven. I succeeded at that. I wanted to paint my son. I added in, after June started, I had a new challenge. My son has been playing D&D. He went on Hero Forge and ordered an STL based on the character he's playing. And he printed it out on our 3D printer. And so I painted it for him. I thought it turned out pretty well. And then I did not come back to the Hellboy minis. So have not returned to that project, but intend to. My shelf of opportunity is still at 53 games. I acquired 3 new games this month, as I said, Seventh Continent, Bloom, and Coimbra. I don't know that I said that actually. Seventh Continent and Coimbra were both games I got because of birthday stuff. Like I got birthday money and I spent it on those. And I think I also pre-ordered Everdell Far Shore with birthday money. So that's my game plays there. So that brings me to the end of my June top of the stack. It does beg the question of what does the top of the stack look like in July? I picked up 4 games to play. My new game is a game that my in-laws got me but haven't brought yet. It's called The Gardens. They let us know about it when we talked to them on the phone in late June. So I'm like, oh yeah, we'll definitely play that in July. So I put that on the list. I picked out, I tried to pick one of the games I'm trying to play for my top 50 is Altiplano. So I pulled that one out. I said, yes, Altiplano, please. Still, I picked Time Pirates. I did not get that played. So that's why it's there, because I picked it in June. Or I picked it in May and did not get it played. So I'm keeping it on there. See if I can get it played in June. And then finally, Coimbra, which is, like I said, one of the games I bought with my birthday money. It's a classic, one I really enjoy, but I haven't played in a while. So, I haven't heard from many of you. The Pick Up and Deliver Guild has been relatively quiet, which makes sense since I haven't been putting out podcasts. I hope that you have had a good gaming month and have been enjoying yourself, and I'd love to see what you have been playing in June. Thanks for joining me on my walk today. I hope that your next walk is as pleasant as mine was. Bye-bye.
Brought to you by Rattlebox Games.